Hello and welcome back to ZEPHON. We are currently fighting the Chiefess in a war which isn't really getting us a whole lot, to be honest. That's kind of how wars go in this game. Like, if I took her out, I would have access to another flesh tree, which actually is pretty good, and this extractor, which is more resources. But ultimately, because I've already got my 3 cities, I don't really benefit from grabbing more space. Also, this is a new recording session, so it's going to take a little bit for the game to load up, apparently. That's just how this game is. It'll get there. It'll get there. Okay. Apparently it's struggling more than I was expecting. I am not running anything else on the computer, aside from the recording stuff, so I guess I just kind of have to suffer through it. Kurla Disciples. So many people fell at the feet, too many damn feet, of the Kurla Disciples. The creatures traveled far and wide to lure in desperate survivors with promises about the power of the voice. Every poor soul they recruited became damned, the children of hell, desperate for the love of a dark father. Yeah, so ignores line of sight with their attacks and casts a variety of spells. A bunch of the stuff is blue though, which means we have to upgrade them. So I could grab something like that, something like this. Actually, I have 3 headquarters. This would just be 4.5 algae per turn. I still haven't built this, but once I start building the masked timnals, I'm going to start burning through the algae. I could also... probably just get the gestation and then get onto tier 5. I think...
I cannot, will not accept this.
You are who you break bread with, my friend. Please remember that. Well, looking at the map, you don't seem to be doing particularly well, so I don't care. Yeah, I think I will get this. Because headquarters, I believe that's every city and not just... Yeah, every headquarters. Not just the, not the capital. In fact, I don't think, now that I think about it, the capital doesn't actually exist in this game. Like, the only thing that this city has going for it above the others is that it was around longer, and therefore had more time to grow. But there's actually no proper capital, I don't think. It's just kind of funny that I hadn't noticed that before.
Give me a target. If I die, it's on you.
Now, we are going to... Oh.
Mind the tail.
We're gonna just sit back for a little bit and get some healing done. I know that you're a temporary unit, but we're gonna wait until we have more units to use again in the fight. Although we do only need 2 more kills to get that. I'm kind of hoping that they come out to me. Does not seem to be likely. Limit reach, not enough resources. I just need... So, oh, 80 influence. I should really get this started, though. It's going to take 7 turns to build. There we go. Just get that second hero finally started. These are pretty cheap to produce. Cost energy instead of minerals and more algae. Yeah, my resources are pretty low. Are you coming in? No?
This isn't the world I knew.
In the cellars underneath our headquarters, we found a cabin sitting in a dank, empty chamber. If you followed the voice cultists inside, you'd find a single room furnished with the forgotten belongings of an old man. The cultists would dig at the cracks in the floor where algae grew alongside the mold. And if you looked out the window, you saw not the walls of a cellar, but the color-shifting sky of another world. Alright, accelerated gestation.
Pity little-hearted do-gooder.
Oh no, you're sending your riches across the wastelands to Anchorite. I swear that a bunch of raggedy-ass reavers ain't gonna be waiting. Right. Yeah, they're,
There is room for improvement.
Your behavior is well outside our model's tolerance threshold. A full report has been dispatched to your mailbox. They're condemning us because of our low standing, which I think is... we have a low standing because other people have been condemning us.
Always an experience. Return in time.
Okay, well, we have you. You do hit pretty hard.
I'm not dying today. We'll
But-
make it through. We have to. Open fire!
Devil's Backbone unfortunately does cover that tile. What's the range on this? 3? Not quite.
We just turned. We need to move.
Oh, that's not who I thought I'd selected.
We fight as one.
Well, we remembered our operation. Does that not count as a kill?
You were in need of a blade. If I die, it's over.
Okay, well... that's unfortunate. I was hoping to get... that to count. Well, at range 3 it's not going to do that much damage, but I think we need to rush the city, honestly. I mean, that was still quite a bit of damage. Okay. And they got something else, of course, because I'm just rushing in recklessly. How many more turns do we have left on you? Summoned 4. Oh, that's only range 1. Okay, never mind.
Ain't no such thing as safe anymore. Contact!
Can I... Oh, it's range 1. Oh, this counts as an action. Shoot. Well, that was really unfortunate then. Okay, this might be the worst turn of the battle that we've had so far. Because I think I'm going to lose. A lot of units here.
Give me a target. More than one way to skin a freak. Oh, yes. That's what I like to hear.
Okay, I think we'll grab more defense.
Mind the tale. We fight as one. Yeah, yeah. Charge.
I could do this as well. This doesn't have any debuff though, it's just damage. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay, they have a lot of units, they're running away.
Steady, steady.
We didn't lose anybody. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. I could spawn this again. I could also actually start getting more research if I saved.
We fight as one.
Summoned. Kills when runs out. I think it's not showing it there, but when you lose a summoned unit, I don't think you take damage. Like morale damage.
Mind the tale.
Okay, got the vision.
We fight as one.
Could have killed both of them, I guess, if I'd done it the other way, but I'm wanting to take out their city. But that's our 10th kill. Probably would have been faster just to harvest our own people. I don't remember what the consequence of that is, but anyway, we did it. It takes far more killings than you anticipated to yank the number of needed glands from the skulls of your enemies. Warren seems to pay little mind to the cost you paid to perform his little experiment, so you decide to put him in his place by having each of you eat a gland right in front of him. Sensible. Orin works faster after this, but not fast enough to your liking. One day you return to his lab ready to demand results and find him crumpled on the ground, blood oozing from his shoulder, his arm cast across the room. Someone has severed his arm and made off with his work. You summon a host of followers to tend to his wounds. He'll recover, but it will be some time before he regains consciousness. A scan of his documents tells you that Orin was working on some form of neurostimulating headset. He nicknamed it the Tribunal's Tether. If the thief had wanted the tether destroyed, it would be here in pieces. You unleash a furious howl that rings through your fortress. The hunt now begins. Alright, so they sold the experiment to the Concordant. And we have to spend 160 influence to get it back. That's doable. Alright, you have nothing to do other than attack this. Let's just blind the city.
We fight as one.
We have suicide drones. Can I use them this turn? It's on cooldown because I just moved it. Could have just killed this with that.
I'm not dying today.
So many things to spend resources on.
Ready for the hunt.
Alright, back you go.
I've got the scent.
You are quite injured.
This isn't the world I knew. It's better than just sitting here. Hostile! Give me a target. 3, 2, 1, go!
I think this was a little bit overambitious. Okay, we have our double construction yard. We now need, desperately, more housing and morale stuff. It doesn't really matter where we do that. We will just clear a site to get that going. So it doesn't really matter where the construction yard goes. I guess I never really explained why I was putting them all in the central hub. It's because a lot of buildings do get bonuses for being in the same sector as another building. And the headquarters doesn't really, or the construction yard doesn't really. So I was just kind of piling them up in the same spot to avoid losing the potential for future benefits. Okay, I could Could get one of these. Let's get that started. I think this is the first unit, the first time I built something that isn't an Abklooth Dragoon, or like an engineer or hero. Alright, let's see how bad this is.
We just turned.
They ran away. That was unexpected. The midwife's harsh words made me doubt the decision we made. Pregnancy is already body horror, she coldly told us. Mothers see their appendages swell, ligaments and teeth will loosen, rashes will consume the skin, and you want to speed that process up? Telling her it was a mere 17% increase did nothing to change her mood. Okay, our cities now grow faster, and we have access to Tier 5. A modifier for Hymn of Decay. Half cost and upkeep. That looks pretty good. So antimatter plant we're going to want. Let's see, what else? Sealed Hermitage we're going to want. These are our advanced resources. Unholy Haste will make the Disciples pretty nice. Give them a spell. Vorti's Bargain. We can just kill our units, our own units, to get influence. Interesting. Biological infantry that blights enemies and manipulates the battlefield. I think these two things are new as well. I don't recognize them. Anyway, I think closer together is what we're going to go for here. Not that I have the hymnal yet, but I also am not in a position to do the other stuff yet either, so it's kind of whatever.
This isn't the world I knew. Give me a target. More than one way to break. Ain't no such thing as safe anymore.
Could move here. I think that would be safe. Oh, it still has a retaliation. Okay, you know what? Let's just take it out without it getting a shot. Left click.
Pity little hearted do-gooder.
What the fuck? I had some good shit in Devil's Backbone. Some of my last great crisp tinnies. And friends too. Fuck. Your standing with Chiefess has understandably decreased because, yeah, I just took out one of her cities. Okay. I think that's all she has left. She might have something else somewhere else in the world here, because the neutrals do get... do get stuff everywhere.
I knew you'd come calling.
Okay. Grab another Rangers. These units are actually pretty good.
Ready for the hunt.
Alright, well, I'll run you into the bleed.
Mind the tail. The beast hungers.
Not bad. So there's not really any benefit to taking her out. I guess I have to win the game, so there's that benefit. But in the meantime, I still don't have my construction yard here. Let's get that done so that I can finally build some stuff. Okay, Holo Theater, which will be 6, which will be a plus 12% production across the board. That'll help get the morale positive. Yeah, I really... Man, I'm already turned 56 and it looks like I've built nothing. Forgetting to get that construction yard placed early on was pretty rough. Okay, did they kill the Abgluth? They did.
Steady, steady. Ready for the hunt.
I'm sorry, the roads between us have grown treacherous. My remaining caravans can no longer be risked. Okay, so the Syncretic Diva has instigated this. We've lost a trade agreement. Well, that really sucks. Sure, we'll trade maps. Not that I don't know how much we were getting out of the trade agreement anyway. But it would have become something more eventually. And... okay, Syncretic Diva is up to 4 cities. I don't know if they've got a benefit that makes them get more cities or not. I know that the base game faction, what is it? Untold Profit. Yeah. Loyalty penalty for each city is reduced. So this is kind of the spamming faction. If you want more cities, they do that. I guess we can look. There's no reason that we can't. We would have to not look. What does this faction actually do? Okay, first 10 turns you just gain extra research. Every time you build a new building, you get loyalty, but every time you build a copy of a building you already have, you lose loyalty. That's kind of funky. Well, that would change the way you build, which I guess is a good thing. That's what, you know, you have a new faction, you want to do, you want the game to play out differently. Idol Worship. Population. Okay, more loyalty stuff, but then also population costs energy. And spend influence to fully heal a unit but decrease their maximum HP. Okay, they're just kind of weird. Just kind of weird. So now that we've taken out that city, they should be getting fewer units over time. So I think also I got my my quest progress. So I think at this point we retreat again and heal, because all our units are pretty weak.
With speed I go.
This is pretty far back. Move into the outpost. You do get extra healing and more cover, though.
Ain't no such thing as safe anymore. We'll make it through. We have to.
We'll put you up front. The other thing is that if they come to us, then we have the dark vision. Anywhere within 6 tiles of our cities, we just do more damage. Okay, city is getting better, but now we need more loyalty. So I usually like to do... oh, I'm also capped on housing. I usually like to do 2 housing to 1 theater because that way I get +4 energy. So I'm going to expand. I could get rid of this bleed. This tile, it's good for admin and science, but I'm going to be building admin here. I don't need more than that. So I think we're just going to use this as housing. And we're going to change this urban sprawl. Our city's at a point where we need more range. Okay, so if I sell some chips, I should be able to get the concordant thing done. There we go. Oh, it's 160, not 120. That's fine. The chips didn't have any use for me anyway, so might as well. Oh, that was more damage than I was expecting. PFC manual just gives experience. We'll give that to our second hero.
I'm not dying today. That's better than just sitting here. Contact!
That's fine. Those 4 can heal.
Ready for the hunt.
Heal, 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 heal. Okay, we've expanded. So even with minus 16% production, with 2 construction yards, we're still faster than we were by default. I can actually queue things. So that's what we'll do. You've got your morale, good. Housing. I guess queuing things probably costs the minerals up front. That's fine. Kinda hope that the chiefess just leaves me alone for a while. Okay, she built a new city up here.
Fine. Whatever keeps it
Heal,
alive.
heal, heal. The thing about the chiefess is that she has this nomadic life ability where all of her reavers and busters, I don't know if the Wastelander does, the vehicle, but the infantry units have the ability to just build. Like, all of them work as engineers. Okay, one more turn and we get this. Oh, we also got our new hero, which is exciting. Oh, a trade agreement. Isn't that nice? I didn't like how quickly we expanded. Smaller cities were easier to defend and even easier to evacuate when the chips were down, but the architects told me that growth was inevitable. Density breeds efficiency, they said. We can't waste any resources at a time like this. Alright. Now we get closer together.
Very wise. Very wise.
See, you cancelled my trade route, but we're positive with each other? I don't understand the AI in this game, how the diplomacy works. Yeah, another 3 in 1. Okay, you will get the manual. The lost tether is back in your grasp. Orin does not seem to have fully recovered from his wounds, but he is able to produce duplicates of the headset, one for each of you. Each of you raises the tether to their heads in a unified gesture. None react as the needles sink into their skin. For a moment, nothing happens, but then you hear a ringing and then are overwhelmed by a vision. Your mind once again splits in 3. Each of you is flung down a different psychic path, filled with impossible visions. You see cerulean sunsets, stars exploding into black holes, worlds that look like threads of ribbon strung together. And then slowly your consciousness reassembles and you look up. At first you think it is a mirror image of you, another tribunal, but you are 1 in 3. This, the thousands of eyes staring back at you, belong to a consciousness made of millions. It is not the voice, it is something else, another entity living on the voice's galactic tendrils. All of its eyes snap to you, and you are overwhelmed by the unending sense of being perceived by this horrible creature. You snap awake. You are back on Earth. Orin feebly raises his head to stare at you. "You saw it," he croaks. "Didn't you?" You look down. The tether, it has changed. You sense that it and others like it can now connect you to the other tribunal. Possibly the only tribunal, and maybe you are now a part of its gathered minds. Alright, hive mind achieved. We now have the tribunal's tether. This is an incredible item. We're going to give it to our new hero here. Every 10 turns, it just spawns a Fenaris Hunters unit for us. Now, if we look at here, Fenaris Hunter is a tier 6 tech. And we are nowhere near being able to do that. It also costs advanced resources, so we are going to want dimensional echoes to avoid failing to afford upkeep on it. But that's pretty amazing. Okay, let's level up our hero. So this is our support hero, I guess. She's got an ability that just sort of scans the map and reveals tiles for us. She's got the ability to spawn a deformity unit at the cost of 10 algae, which is kind of fun. I do enjoy playing with the deformities. And then she's got the ability to do damage to herself to heal an allied unit. I'm going to grab that, just to start. Also, she's a ranged unit that has a horrifying attack that does morale damage, so she will be very nice to add to our army. And also, she hovers for what it's worth, which means that she can end her turn in bleed without taking damage. Okay, as for you... I'm not sure what this Pilgrim of the Voice is. But you have an attack range 2, ignores cover, indirect fire, and it causes weakening to the enemy, which makes them weaker with their melee attacks. Okay, Krilla's Gambit. I think it's just a higher attack. Yeah, if I compare the stats on this, it's just the same, but it has 2 attacks instead of 1, what that X thing is. Or I guess... So we can hurt ourselves for 1/6 of our HP to double our damage, basically. And Inevitable End, which is a skill which just makes the enemy take 50% more damage. So yeah. Now this thing only has 12 HP, so we do need to be careful that they don't just get killed, but they do provide us with some additional utility for sure. Let's get another one. I'm confused by this, because it's +6 production cost. Why is it just not, like, why is that a special ability? Why is it just not in the unit by default? Because we can see, if we look at this, this has a production cost of 30. This has a production cost of 42. So why not just give it the cost of 48 or whatever? Or if it's like 36 by default, why not put it at 42? Like, I don't know why they have that as an ability. The only thing I can think of is that maybe there's a tech that gets rid of it. Whatever. Oh, more app clothes. Okay, turn. You've had these items for a turn, so you can now use them. Let's start with this. Oh, shoot. Left click to use item, not right click. Okay, next turn you'll get to use the manual. In the meantime, we will use this. I guess we could move first. But yeah, we basically want to spawn those as much as possible. So you have stealth, you're a melee unit. You're pretty nasty, you hit really hard. You also have the ability to duplicate yourself, and then this basically doubles your damage. But the duplicate can be killed. If either you or the duplicate is killed, then does it matter? I don't know. The duplicate dies really quickly. But I think if the original dies, then the duplicate becomes the original. I could be misremembering, but I think that's a thing. Alright, we summoned you, then we get to move you immediately. Let's just go here.
This isn't the world I knew.
So you have stealth and... yeah, you're also hiding in the ruins. It's fine.
Ain't no such thing as safe anymore.
Okay, you are
On it.
max health.
Have you come to offer blood?
Okay, we have our housing. I do want more housing here, but I also want... I'm gonna want 2 housing districts, so let's just get the second one started. And we can go out further now because we have our urban sprawl. An alliance. Ah yes, melee Overwatch. Nice. Yeah, you are undersupplied, unfortunately. Because I don't have the ability to actually make dimensional echoes. That is really annoying.
There is danger ahead.
$45 XP, you are now level 6. Congratulations. Okay, well, we're definitely taking Disintegrate. Which is a pretty powerful attack. Probably going to max out the heal. We could max out deformities, actually.
said you would come.
Oh, you would actually retaliate against her, which is kind of funny.
Do not test my faith. Fine. Another pilgrimage.
That is more damage if we do it.
Heard you were in need of a blade.
Speak quickly, or leave me be.
Wind just turned. We need to move. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, the stealth unit's not triggering
Oh, yes.
not
That's what
triggering
I
hits is
like to
pretty
hear.
nice. So we will spawn our nightmare. Yeah, death morale is nothing. We can hit that for pretty hard though.
I'm not dying today. Yeah, alright. Get up!
There is danger ahead.
That's fine.
What say you?
Not quite taking you out.
The voice conquers. Enough talk.
But you are not running away. Okay, this is done. We don't need more housing immediately, so we'll do the theater first. Get that morale under control finally. Right, this is the city that's supposed to be building greenhouses. Okay, do your repair action. Well, I'm thinking about it. Wastelander, you do have the nomadic life ability. Okay. But yeah, just take the city out before it gets bigger.
What say you?
So we want...
I'm not dying today.
That's some pretty heavy hits if I do that. This is awkward. I could run you forward. You're not going to trigger Overwatch. I guess you don't trigger Overwatch, so I can actually just move you. Because what I want to do
There is danger ahead. A sound decision.
is this. Creating a level 9 deformity. Can you finish it off? Not
Ain't no
quite.
such thing as safe anymore.
kill a biological unit with a deformity, then we get another deformity. Yeah, and these things, they do take damage every single turn. I don't think we lose morale when they die, though. It's not showing up here. But deformity spam is another viable strategy with the voice. It's pretty fun as well. Alright. Let's just kill this thing. Levels for everybody. More defense. More damage. We'll take more damage. Now I could actually just rush here and hit the city, but I think we'll hit this.
Give me a target.
So you have stealth as well. Don't know how many units they have is the thing.
Have you come to offer blood?
You are full health. So if I run here, you will take bleed damage. Okay. I wanted to see. And I saw.
Turned. We need to move.
We fight as one. They won't escape.
Heard you were in need of a blade.
I should have moved the Krilla disciples forward before doing that.
Oh, yes. That's what I like to hear.
I walk a dark path.
Can you basically kill this?
Keep
Yes.
up.
Speak quickly, or leave me be.
More than one way to break.
Yeah, these rangers, I mean, they're basically the same as, I say the same. They're like a weaker version of this unit. But they are working out pretty well. It might be fun to play a human faction again at some point and do an infantry strat. I usually go vehicles when I play humans. Anyway, we have our everything done. We don't need more housing immediately, so let's grab another tile. These tiles are useless, so we'll just do the housing on them. As for you, more loyalty would be good. I could do a double theater in one of these. I probably will need to eventually. I could just expand and build somewhere else, though. Expand up that way. Okay, so now the thing is, I don't need more people here. I don't need more people here. But I have all of these meat harvests. Like, I could be spending them to increase growth in my cities. But I guess I might as well save them. save them for when I get my
Pilgrimage is
my
complete.
building requirements. Like when my population, when the number of buildings in my city, okay, get my words out. When the number of buildings in my city is equal to the number of people that I have in that city, the population points, that's when I start to need more population. And I really want the masked hymnal. I'm almost done. Almost done with the housing and morale situation. Those few survivors of the Hymn of Decay reported hearing melodies as everything rotted. May have been their meds, but they swore the song sounded like regular music, choruses, and three-chord progressions that could have popped out of an old radio. Had the voice been with us for centuries, whispering to us through the throats of bards and artists alike? Yes, the artists are evil. Okay, Sealing Hermitage.
There
Sealed
is
Hermitage,
room
even.
for
Okay,
improvement.
yeah, you don't like that I believe in mysticism. I get it.
Do not test my faith.
I mean, I guess an argument could be made that if I had not done that, I would have been able to save. The Overwatch. Could have saved the Overwatch. Okay, we're gonna take this out because we're gonna try to keep her trapped in the corner. Yeah, I don't think my morale is down, even though I lost a deformity.
Wind just turned. We need to move.
Okay, don't see anybody. Ah, okay, well,
Bring me some hands. Oh, yes. That's what I like to hear.
You said you would come.
I mean, we can basically just take this thing out.
Let the void
Might as well use the Disintegrate. Because the Disintegrate, the sooner we use it, the sooner the cooldown comes back and we can use it again. Right, I need to remember that these hunters have the revealed ability. No, I don't. All that does is if I hit somebody and then that thing runs away on a future turn, I get to see where it is still, I guess, for 3 turns. Okay, well, kind of neat, I guess. You are very injured.
Give me a target.
Okay, well you have to move here
Shrill.
if you want to
Speak quickly or leave me be.
inevitable end. Just trying to see. I don't think I can finish you off. Was that worth it? Almost certainly not.
Heard you were in need of a blade. Wind just turned. We need to move.
But yeah, just having this thing, right? The double hunter. Plus, every 10 turns we get another one. It's pretty insane. Okay, if I summoned an outsider, I could actually take these out. Getting the final hit with the deformities isn't really all that important. It just gives me another deformities, which does cost me more upkeep. So there's that. I could do this, but I think I would much rather start doing some research at this point. My research situation has been pretty abysmal.
Ready for the hunt.
Okay, we'll move a little bit forward, heal from the bleed. A lot of random abilities to remember in all the units. Okay. Get that morale up. Get that morale up. Do I want another Dragoon? I'm actually struggling on the food front. I think we just sleep for now. Hey, positive loyalty. It is possible. It's about to go down to 0 because we're about to get another population point. So I think we will do housing. Don't really need it, but we'll get more energy out of doing that. And then we'll probably just put another theater in there as well. Okay, you're gonna cauterize yourself. Alright, and it's been over an hour, I just realized, so I guess we'll just read this and then we'll call it a day. City in the Clouds. If it seems like a fever dream, it's only because you've seen what nightmares this new world has to offer. The idea of a civilization in the atmosphere seems childish. Supposed sightings have long flitted about the wasteland, but now, as the war escalates on all fronts, they are picking up. Then one day, a titanic disk, topped by skyscrapers, bursts from the clouds and smashes into one of your tallest buildings. Where the hell did it come from? It doesn't seem like an attack. The city was careening lower and lower. Shaken witnesses say they saw soldiers on its surface battling even as the city risked crashing. After the near-fatal calamity, the city shot back into the sky and into parts unknown. Now it's a massive fucking problem for you. If it could get that close without being detected, could it be used against you? Could you convince the soldiers to fight on your side? The potential looms over you, like the city itself. You must decide if there's still time to track down this flying metropolis. It might be traceable by aircraft. Well, we've got a ways to go, but... yeah, the second option. You don't have air superiority. True. But... visit tile with flying unit. Well, that is the plan eventually. Hopefully we get there soon. Okay. Also, I think I'm going to restart my computer. I probably should have done that earlier, but this stuttering... I don't know, normally the stuttering goes away, but it's for whatever reason not doing that. So I will restart before doing the next recording, and we'll be back to maybe finally defeat the Chiefess once and for all. I feel like we're on track to do so. So that's the goal for next time. I will see you then.